The Big Brother Mzansi house has witnessed countless connections, but none quite as transformative as the bond between Ashley Ogle and Sweet Guluva. Their relationship transcended the typical reality show dynamics, becoming a testament to how one person can fundamentally change another's trajectory, not through grand gestures, but through consistent presence, understanding, and unwavering support. When Sweet Guluva entered the Big Brother house, he carried with him the weight of his past experiences and the armor many wear when stepping into unfamiliar territory. The entertainment industry veteran had seen enough to know that vulnerability could be weaponized, that trust was a luxury few could afford in competitive environments. Yet Ashley Ogle's presence began to chip away at these defenses in ways that surprised everyone, perhaps most of all Sweet Guluva himself. Ashley brought something different to their dynamic. Where others might have seen Sweet Guluva's reserved nature as standoffishness, Ashley recognized it as self-protection. Where others might have pushed for immediate intimacy, Ashley allowed space for organic connection. This patience, this refusal to rush or force anything, created an environment where Sweet Guluva could exist without performance, without the need to maintain a persona crafted for public consumption. The transformation was subtle at first. Small moments captured by cameras revealed a man slowly allowing himself to be seen. The way Sweet Guluva's shoulders would relax when Ashley entered a room. The unguarded laughter that would escape during their conversations. The gradual shift from careful, measured responses to genuine expression. These weren't manufactured moments for television. They were the authentic unfolding of human connection. Ashley's impact extended beyond emotional support. In the pressure cooker environment of Big Brother, where every action is scrutinized and every word can become ammunition, Ashley became Sweet Guluva's anchor. Not in a codependent way, but as someone who reminded him of his worth when the game's psychological toll threatened to overwhelm. When nominations created tension, when tasks pushed housemates to their limits, when the isolation from the outside world weighed heavy, Ashley remained a constant source of stability. The beauty of their connection lay in its reciprocity. While much focus falls on what Ashley brought to Sweet Guluva's life, the relationship enriched both individuals. Sweet Guluva's experience and wisdom complemented Ashley's energy and optimism. Together, they created a balance that neither possessed alone. This mutual growth challenged the narrative that reality show relationships are purely strategic or superficial. Their bond also highlighted something profound about human nature: the hunger for authentic connection in spaces designed for competition. Big Brother's format inherently pits people against each other, creating an environment where trust becomes a calculated risk. Yet Ashley and Sweet Guluva's relationship defied this logic. They chose connection over strategy, authenticity over gameplay, and in doing so, reminded viewers why we watch these shows in the first place: to witness genuine human moments amidst manufactured drama. The impact on Sweet Guluva's journey in the house was undeniable. Tasks that might have been approached with caution were tackled with newfound confidence. Conversations with other housemates became more open, more genuine. The walls that had been carefully constructed over years began to lower, not completely, but enough to let light in. Ashley didn't change Sweet Guluva. Rather, Ashley created space for Sweet Guluva to reveal aspects of himself that had been protected for too long. This transformation resonated with viewers who saw their own struggles reflected in Sweet Guluva's journey. The difficulty of maintaining authenticity in performative spaces. The challenge of trusting when past experiences counsel caution. The courage required to let someone see beyond the carefully curated exterior. Ashley's role in this journey wasn't as a savior but as a catalyst, someone whose presence made it safe to explore vulnerability. The house dynamics shifted around their connection. Other housemates observed the genuine care between Ashley and Sweet Guluva, and it influenced the broader social ecosystem. Alliances based purely on strategy seemed hollow compared to relationships built on mutual respect and affection. The standard reality show narrative of backstabbing and betrayal was challenged by their example of loyalty and support. Critics might argue that reality show relationships are performative by nature, that cameras inherently change behavior. While this contains truth, The consistency of Ashley and Sweet Guluva's connection across different contexts within the house suggested something deeper. In diary room sessions, during tasks, in quiet moments barely captured by cameras, their bond remained steady. This consistency spoke to authenticity that transcended performance. The emotional intelligence Ashley brought to their relationship deserves recognition. Understanding when to push and when to provide space. Knowing how to offer support without creating dependency. Recognizing that Sweet Guluva's journey of opening up needed to happen at his pace, not according to production timelines or audience expectations. This emotional maturity created a foundation strong enough to weather the unique pressures of the Big Brother environment. Sweet Guluva's evolution throughout their time together became one of the season's most compelling narratives. The guarded individual who entered the house gradually revealed layers of humor, tenderness, and depth that might have remained hidden without Ashley's influence. This wasn't about changing who Sweet Guluva was, but about creating conditions where his full self could emerge without fear of judgment or exploitation. The significance extends beyond their individual story. In a media landscape often criticized for promoting toxic relationships and drama-driven content, Ashley and Sweet Guluva offered an alternative narrative. They demonstrated that reality television could showcase healthy dynamics, that competition didn't require cruelty, that vulnerability could be strength rather than weakness. Their connection challenged producers and viewers alike to reconsider what makes compelling television. For Sweet Guluva specifically, Ashley's presence addressed something fundamental: the human need to be seen and accepted without conditions. In an industry where image management becomes second nature, where authentic expression can be career-limiting, the freedom to simply exist as oneself becomes revolutionary. Ashley provided that freedom, not through words but through consistent action and presence. The ripple effects of their connection will likely extend far beyond the Big Brother house. Sweet Guluva's experience of being supported without agenda, of being valued for himself rather than his potential strategic value, creates a new baseline for future relationships. Once someone experiences that level of authentic connection, accepting less becomes difficult. Ashley raised the bar not just for Sweet Guluva's expectations of others, but perhaps more importantly, for how Sweet Guluva values himself. Their story also speaks to timing and readiness. Sweet Guluva entered the house at a particular point in his life journey, carrying specific experiences and perspectives. Ashley appeared at precisely the moment when Sweet Guluva was ready, even if unconsciously, for the kind of connection they would build. This synchronicity reminds us that transformative relationships often arrive when we're prepared to receive them, even if we don't recognize our readiness. The legacy of their connection challenges future Big Brother contestants and reality show participants broadly. It demonstrates that authenticity and strategy need not be mutually exclusive, that genuine relationships can flourish even in manufactured environments, that choosing connection over competition can be its own form of winning. Ashley and Sweet Guluva redefined success in the Big Brother context, measuring it not in competition victories but in personal growth and meaningful connection. As their journey in the house continued, the depth of their bond became increasingly apparent. Small gestures carried weight, a glance across a crowded room, shared laughter over inside jokes, the comfortable silence of true companionship. These moments, individually insignificant, collectively painted a picture of two people who had found something rare and valuable in each other. The transformation in Sweet Guluva wasn't just personal but professional. The confidence gained through Ashley's support translated into stronger performance in tasks, more engaging diary room sessions, and increased comfort with the constant surveillance. This professional growth demonstrated how personal support systems directly impact performance in high-pressure environments. Ashley's influence extended beyond emotional support to tangible improvements in Sweet Guluva's Big Brother journey. Their connection also highlighted the importance of representation in reality television. Seeing genuine, supportive relationships develop organically provides viewers with models for healthy dynamics in their own lives. Young people watching could observe how respect, patience, and authentic care create stronger foundations than manipulation or strategic maneuvering. Ashley and Sweet Guluva became inadvertent role models, demonstrating relationship dynamics worth emulating. The house without their connection would have been fundamentally different. Their energy influenced group dynamics, task approaches, and the overall emotional temperature of the space. Other housemates gravitated toward their positive energy, creating ripple effects that improved the collective experience. This influence demonstrated how individual relationships can transform entire environments, how two people choosing authenticity can shift cultural norms within closed systems. In reflecting on what made Ashley the best thing that happened to Sweet Guluva, it wasn't about perfection or fairy tale dynamics. It was about presence, consistency, and the courage to be vulnerable in a space designed to exploit vulnerability. It was about choosing connection when isolation might have been safer, about risking genuine emotion when strategic distance might have been wiser. Ashley represented possibility. The possibility of being fully seen and still accepted, of dropping masks and finding appreciation rather than judgment. Their story within BBMzansi becomes more than entertainment. It becomes testimony to human resilience and the transformative power of connection. In a world increasingly mediated by screens and personas, their authentic bond reminds us what we're actually seeking in all our interactions: to be known, accepted, and valued for who we truly are. Ashley gave Sweet Guluva that gift, and in doing so, gave viewers a reason to believe such connections remain possible, even in the most unlikely circumstances. The impact of Ashley Ogle on Sweet Guluva's big brother journey cannot be overstated. Through patience, understanding, and unwavering support, Ashley created space for Sweet Guluva to experience profound personal growth while navigating one of television's most challenging environments. Their connection transcended typical reality show dynamics, offering viewers a masterclass in authentic relationship building and demonstrating that even in competitive spaces, choosing connection over strategy can be the greatest victory of all. In the story of BBMzansi, Ashley Ogle truly was the best thing that happened to Sweet Guluva, not by trying to be, but simply by being authentically, consistently, and courageously present. Thank you for watching.